Soon we will have presentations from Ancoats Self-Storage in Manchester, Norbreck Self-Storage from Preston, Hoylake Storage from the Wirral, and Storage Den from Aberdeen. But first up, our first contestant, please welcome to the stage Stories from Middlesbrough.
I'm Neil Smitherengale, and I'm thrilled to share our story with you today. What sets us apart? It's not just about offering storage solutions. It's about the journey we've undertaken to get here, what the past has given us, and where the present is taking us into the future. So, in 2006, two school friends packed their good jobs in to open a removals business. We came up with an ingenious name, N&N Removals. N&N Removals was formed. We grew from strength to strength over the years and became the go-to company in Middlesbrough for all business moves. So flash forward 18 years, and also 18 years of hard graft and backaches to get us into this position. And we took on another colossal task of building a storage site, all from scratch, every inch, every room, painstakingly constructed by our hands. In an era where big budgets and big companies often dictate success, prove that passion and hard work can defy all them odds. So as you join us today, know that you're not just stepping into a storage facility, you're seeing part of a foundation fueled by grit, determination and hard graft. So we come to the 20K story, like I mentioned earlier. So turning 20K into a self-storage facility, we faced a daunting challenge. The daunting challenge of building a storage site with limited resources. Traditional avenues, we were finding in building materials impossible to find for that budget. With the high costs threatening to shatter our dreams, but where there was a will, there was a way. Faced with the predicament, we cast our eyes eastwards to the bustling markets of China. We sent measurements, hundreds of pictures to various contacts across the world. May I add, though, this was after researching other self-storage sites secretly. The people at Big Yellow Storage probably still got a mugshot up of me on the wall with a tape measure and my camera. So, that's another story. We won't go there. If anyone wants to talk about that, we'll talk about that later. With a stroke of luck, we found a very helpful supplier, and they happened to be the most helpful people ever. They would often love to chat at 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 12 o'clock just before I went to bed. Through meticulous planning and strategic negotiations, we secured the deal that would not only meet our needs, but also align with our budget and constraints. A lot less than £20,000 may I add as well. With the click of a button, the hum of a ship in containers, our materials traversed the continents and avoided Jack Sparrow and the Black Pearl to reach our shores. All the structural components arrived in 4 large, perfectly packed crates. I was a little worried how 130 rooms were going to sprout out of these crates, but everything was perfect, and we started to get on with the build. While we conquered most of the materials from China, the bulk of our materials, we needed to find the doors. So in reminiscent of Del Boy and Rodney and a knack of negotiation, we navigated the labyrinth of suppliers. Through a series of wheeling and dealing, we struck a deal that would see the storage site adorned with high-quality doors from the UK. It was proving that sometimes the most unconventional paths lead to the greatest rewards. And so, armed with our materials from China and doors from the UK, we set out to transform our vision into reality. Working hard and staying focused, we built not just a storage site, but illustrating the value of our hard work and success that came with the ambition. Once the work was done, and the doors opened, stories emerged as a clear example of what's possible with passion and purpose. Our journey goes on, inspired by ideas, that no challenge is too big when faced with strong determination and a whole lot of spirit. We're currently onto the top floor now, as you can see from that picture there, and we're just currently doing the top floor. Signage went up, the little finishing touches, the kickboards, and now to the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now about to unveil something truly groundbreaking. Our top secret plan, our next huge but small venture. Picture this, a site shrouded in secrecy, where innovation meets necessity in the most ingenious way possible. We're taking the concept of storage to a whole new level. With our upcoming project, it's a concept that, as far as we know, has yet to grace the landscapes of the UK. Here's the mesmerising part. On a plot of land, barely large enough to park a double-decker bus, we're going to squeeze on to the ground 12 containers and transform the site into 78 lettable rooms. You heard that right, 78 lettable rooms. And here's the best part. We're doing it all ourselves, from concept to construction. We're rolling up our sleeves again and getting our hands dirty. No outsourcing, no cutting corners, just good old-fashioned elbow grease and graft. And hopefully, with a little help from Cleveland Containers and all of the dragons, we can make this a reality. But wait, there's more. This is just the beginning. Our sights are set on replicating this success across the northeast of England, bringing our unique brand of storage, innovation to communities and far, far wide. We are going to call this Storageville. Stay tuned, folks. The revolution of stories is about to begin, and you're all invited to be part of it. Get ready to witness history in the making as we redefine its means to store with style and efficiency. Thank you, and thank you for listening to me. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much. That was really, really interesting. I have lots of questions in my head, but I think I'll skip over to one of the other dragons. So we'll start with Dean. Go ahead, Dean.
That story was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. So where do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to
With the next project, I want to keep it a little bit secret, obviously, but it is literally a tiny site. If you can imagine a tiny site, think of all the tiny sites in cities and in towns. Even the little villages, they need small dwellings for the rest of their gear. And this is where I want us to be. Because I'm finding it difficult to find land, I can't afford it. It's impossible for me at this moment in time to even contemplate getting land other than renting it. And as soon as they know you're putting storage on it, it just goes, oh, thank you, let's put this bill up. And containers is something I've always wanted to do. But again, I needed to put a lot more money up for containers to get a site going, a real site going. I can see this working, like really working. And in 5 years' time, if we can open one of these every 18 months, the majority of our customers that come to us all want small rooms. When I'm clearing 20-foot containers at our other site, there's hardly anything in them. And our rooms in our new place, Stories, they're nearly 9 foot high. What's in a 20-foot container can pick up and stand up nearly inside these rooms we've got at Stories. So I know, with the removals background I've had, I know what goes in these rooms and I know how much you can get in them.
That's incredible. Do you know what? With Rory's help, you can actually do that quicker than that.
Yeah.
I think you could open more. And if you've got a concept that works and is provable, then you would have people falling over themselves to lend you money. Yeah. I'm so intrigued at how this is going to work. Congratulations. I love it. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dean. I'm a big fan, by the way.
You get my vote. And the winner is...
Even more now.
What can you tell us about how you're going to get 78 lettable rooms onto this size ground that could fit a double-decker bus?
So the current site we actually have at the moment, so we don't need to go and get land, or we don't need to start renting something because we currently have it already. It already has, I think, 8 containers from Cleveland Containers on there. We've had them since Cleveland Containers first started renting them years ago for our removals business. So we're going to kick all them out, and we're going to get 4 more new containers put where these old ones are, get a shot of those, stack them. We've already got a little tiny warehouse which has got 6 rooms. They're derelict now and they're not very good, so we're going to renew them. Outside, we're going to have the rest outside, and they're going to be in the containers. We're not going to be cutting no containers. And that's as far as I probably really want to go with it, but yeah, you see where I'm coming from.
Thank you. Laura?
Yeah,
Hello,
fantastic
Laura.
story. Hi there. Yeah. I'd really like to understand how you plan on filling up the rooms. What sort of marketing have you got in your toolkit?
Currently, not much. We're just on Google Maps. We've got a really good reputation in Middlesbrough through removals. So I'd say 50% of the customers in our Stories already come through the removals, just People have seen us on social media, seen our vans around, and it's a notoriously bad area. But it's half full. It's half full, and it's proved not you wrong, Dean, but a few people wrong that it can still work. I've done a bit of Google Ads, got a bit lost in that. We are going to go back to it next month, but since I stopped the Google Ads, our inquiries have gone up. But I think it's the time of the year with the students. I think it's that time of the year. So
I think you need to speak to me then.
But we definitely going to need something for when we open new sites. When we've putting our neck on the line again, we need to be filling them up. But we're going to be aiming at a certain market of people who are looking for small units in the cities that they can literally walk to, from the universities, from the colleges, from the houses that just don't have garages, don't have sheds. That's where we want to be, right in the middle. And our area is perfect for that because there isn't any.
Again, I'd like to echo everyone's comments. I think your story is amazing so far.
Thank you.
With your plans to spread out over Northern England, how do you intend to sort of manage that geographical spread with lots of micro sites?
The automation service, I have to do that. We're starting to do it at Stories. We're 2 steps away from doing that. And it will be fully automated. And then they've got to do the same with the other sites. I'm a little bit scared of having something 2 hours away or 3 hours away, because 3 hours to get to Newcastle sometimes take 2 hours. But if we can think of the smaller areas we can get to, I want to be near them. And then maybe when I get a bit more braver, then I'll go, do you know what, like Dean has some there in Wrexham, I'll just go, yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. And that's fully automated, and maybe just have somebody working over in that area, but it all has to be automated. And that's the way it's going, I think.
Yeah, I think you need two people. I think you need a cleaner, and I think you need somebody like a handyman.
Yeah.
And the Americans call it boots on the ground. As long as you've got them too. I mean, with Gavin Software, you don't need somebody there. So I would definitely be open to expanding. But my other question is, what do you think you're struggling in? Where do you think you need help?
Doing everything from the bottoming up. Like most, don't get me wrong, I'd love to get a company and just go, get that built. But I don't have it in me to do that. But if the money was there, if the finance was there, then God, the weight that would take off me and my family, especially me, I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. I do 18-hour days down there, plus do removals during the day. I'd like somebody to just take over that at some point for everyone, for all of us, especially our close families, because I'm obsessed with it. That's where I want to be. That's the help I need so I can get away from that obsession.
So you need somebody to help you run the...
Not run it, the finance for it. Give me the right path to the finance.
Hello?
Because, you...
Hello, finance man speaking.
And be brave for it as well, be brave to do it.
Yeah, I echo the rest of the guys' comments and girls' comments about how inspiring the story is. So in terms of the limiting factor being finance, have you explored financing options? And also, is the removals firm still a trading business? Is that in the background
it's
still
a fully
going?
functioning trading business with multiple years worth of contracts still outstanding with it as well. Our greatest goal is to get out of that, though. As you see, when I get down from this stage, you'll realise. So the back's going.
And in terms of competition in the local area and other bits and pieces, and that being maybe a limiting factor on growth, what is the local competition like?
There's only one in Middlesbrough that does self-storage, indoor self-storage, and they're pretty new themselves. They've only been in the market, for as far as I'm aware, it was just before COVID.
Right, amazing. I think we are out of time, so...
Yeah, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. That was really, really inspiring. Let's a round of applause, please.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.